Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Outlanders. It is a beautiful, low poly, ultra, I don't want to say minimalistic, ultra zen settlement builder. There's a campaign mode. Classics. Oh, this is interesting. So we have Shipwrecked, Red Pipe Birthday, and Big Trouble in Cookie Island. So there's a bunch of these different, we also have Outset, Harvest, Foliage, Lifestyle, and Gourmet. So it looks like we have these little separate campaigns, each with kind of their own sub-stories. I know they're actually selling a couple of these as DLC, so when we dive into this one, make 40 planks, build a new ship, have all of your followers housed. Yeah, let's dive into the campaign mode. Normally with these settlement builders, I just kind of start in a sandbox mode and it's not particularly interesting. But actually having a time limit and a focused goal should make this a lot more interesting. So let's pause for a second. So we don't have any homes, we don't have much. So what are we even looking at? So I got 2 modest houses, a builder's house, a stockpile, and not many resources. So let's just take a look at some things. Lumberjack's base, lumberjack's cabin, sawmill. I have 6 logs. It's not much to work with, and I'm not sure how we're going to get some food here. Oh, we do have a forager's hut. We actually have 2 already in play. So in that case, why don't we get a... So if my forager's huts are right here, I think what I should probably do is... I don't really care too much for this road layout, to be honest. I really like that kind of woodwind whenever I'm selecting to build anything. I do wish it was a little bit easier to put down multiple lengths of road really quickly, but whatever, I'm not going to complain too much. So yeah, let's get a lumberjack cabin out at here. Because we have a whole bunch of trees. Let's do that. I'll put it there. And we might want to just get a couple of lumberjack bases kind of in odd spots. Because if I need to make a bunch of planks, then it kind of #1 goal here is to just make the most of it. Forger's hut, sawmill. That's the other one we got to build. It's a bit chunky. Okay, so can I set this? I'm gonna pause this one. We want to get this one down first. Okay, so the other thing we're going to need is the housing tip. There are no more places to live. Followers need free housing slots in order to have families. So we'll keep that in mind. Okay, so this can hold 4 people and we only have 2. So yeah, we can get another one of these. What I might want to do is... How do I destroy stuff? Where's my hammer? Recycle. Here we go. I'm just gonna get rid of that. Ideally, I'd actually like to move this other house. This is not the most well laid out starting town I've ever seen. So I'll put a house here at the very least. I'm not gonna think about it too hard. But yeah, I love this art style. It almost kind of reminds me of Proteus, which was a it looks like I need some VSync up in here. Proteus was like a front and background might as well. Let's see, anti-aliasing, but VSync. Target frame rate. No, we already have that. You ought. Do we not have VSync? Oh, well, we can bump up the quality at the very least. But it doesn't look like I actually have VSync. Odd choice to not include that, but maybe it's just something I can mess with. Nope, we only have 2 of these. I could switch my monitor. That would fix the problem, but it's not really going to do the trick. Oh well. I'll live. Screen tearing is more of an issue when I'm playing an action game, and it's not like it affects you guys, so I'll just put up with it. So progress, 40 planks, build a new ship, have all of my followers housed. Well, that should be easy. So we can also speed this up a little bit. Yeah, Proteus was like a walking sim game that I played like once, at the very beginning of my channel. There were a couple of games like that where I specifically used them to kind of try and learn how to do commentary. Because I'd never done YouTube before. Most people had not. Okay, do we want to add another worker to this one? We'll probably pull them off, but for now we might as well get some extra food. That's the progress on this thing. Takes a while, apparently, to get this rolling. Man, how many? Oh, I only have 1 worker. Yeah, so why don't we get the workers down? At least until we have both of these built. Oh, those sound effects are actually... Those are really nice. Okay. And let's, ditch one of those workers and get him to work on this one. Because we're going to need a lot of lumber. lumberjacks. And at some point I'll pull the builders off once we have the sawmill and all the other stuff built. I guess I should prioritize this. This one's not as necessary. But the sooner we can actually have this other modest house done, the better. I also wonder if my unemployed people will work or not. They might not? They might not. So we also have 8 houses, 4 kids, 6 adults. It almost looked like some of my kids were sleeping outside, which, oops-a-doo. I guess we gotta wait for the builders to be less busy. Oh, it's fine. There's the house. Alright, happiness is looking pretty good. We might have to offset some of my people food-wise and get them to do something else, but still. So earlier I had mentioned that there was a DLC. The only reason why I bring this up is because normally I'm actually kind of surprised by the existence of DLC as, like, on launch day. I mean, DLC in general, I don't know, I'm kind of fine with it. I was one of those kids that went absolutely bananas for, like, Brood War and Yuri's Revenge. Oh. Stockpiles right next to resource generating buildings. It's super efficient. That's good to know. I'm so used to using right click to move the map and not middle click. Not that it's much of a limitation. Okay, so we've got pretty much everything built. So I'm actually gonna ditch one of these guys. And let's get 3 workers, because this sawmill, it's gonna be a little while before we're gonna have enough wood. We might want to consider having them on, I see. That's just a larger area. I'm not actually sure if that's that necessary. Okay, well, what does a stockpile cost? Actually, nothing. See, I'll just put another stockpile right here. It doesn't look like it even... Oh, no, it does need to be built. Still, I figure it's a good way for us to get at least some amount of wood. So these guys don't have to work, so they don't have to walk as far. Oh, these are apple trees. Question. That's a modest house. If I do a forager's hut, they will actually pull from these apples. Cancel that. I think they're gonna have a better time if I put them here. I almost kind of wish I could relocate this, because yeah, that one's straight up not getting anything. This only has mushrooms. But these apples seem like they'd be really, really convenient to get our hands on. If I see the lumberjacks actually going for the apple trees, I might want to... Nope, nope, nope. Okay, we're recycling it. We're recycling this too. Okay, I don't see any apple trees out here. So I guess we'll rebuild it over there. Oops. That sucks. Okay, so we actually do have a decent amount. Oh, I will unpause this. Let's see. So, is this... 2 of my followers are unemployed. So I guess I'll add another builder for the time being. And I am actually running out of food. Let's put another one up here. I don't know about this guy just because the mushrooms. It sucks a little bit that I can't disallow the apples. But it's fine. We might actually have some other things on this island? No. Well, those apples have suddenly fixed my entire food situation. Okay. So really all we have left to get is the lumberjacks. I don't think we're gonna need any more builders. Oh, baby was born. And 2 kids grew into adults. Yes. So that actually solves a lot of our problems. These people grow really fast and breed even faster. Okay, so we have 1 person making planks. We've got a decent amount of logs, so I don't think this will be a problem in the slightest. We can go back to chopping. Well, good to know. I was considering doing the tutorial before this, but honestly, I think I'm actually doing fine. There's something about these games that are all kind of similar to begin with, but also just intensely cozy. Would be the easiest way of describing it. Okay, food tip, getting scarce, more people in the forager's hut. The real answer was actually just use my forager hut well. So for example, this one, probably, it's kind of hitting its upper limit. We only have a couple more mushrooms. I'll probably build another forager hut up here with its own stockpile. Just to make life a little easier, especially because these lumberjacks are probably going to go hog wild and take out all the trees in this immediate zone. Okay, so do I only have one person at chopping? I do. I got 2 people there. I guess they do construction. We'll do one more of these. And is this 1 log to 1 plank? Now, I need progress. I need 40 planks. So really, we just got to get up to 16 or so wood. Oh, no. Actually, we just got to finish the Drakkar. Yeah, 2 more kids grew into adults. So one thing we might want to consider actually doing is going back to... Oh, that's a forager hut. We might actually want to get some more modest houses. Reason being, I'm pretty sure we're not actually, I'm pretty sure these, for example, have all adults in them. Yeah, so we can't get any more babies until we actually have enough, population slots for them. So I'll work on that, but there's not much of a immediate need. And yeah, we'll get rid of this one shortly. And yeah, those apple trees are keeping us flush, actually. I'll have to just keep moving things. I might actually just skip the lumberjack cabins. They almost seem, I don't want to say inefficient, but they seem like they'd be better if I was specifically pairing them with the trees that or not the trees, the structure that lets me grow more. Okay, here we go. Recycle this. We're just gonna put that extra person as a builder. I think the spare builders transport resources for me, which is useful. So the other thing we want to do is... do we get a forager hut out here? Yeah, because like these forager huts, that one's okay. This one's better. Like, substantially so. The only immediate problem is the time it takes to travel. The other question is, do we actually just have enough wood? Kind of. Yeah, I think between all of this, we'll just chop down the remaining trees in this immediate zone. And then, probably just get rid of this place and have everybody do foraging. Or, either foraging or working the sawmill. Because we have enough wood. Or at least, yeah, we will more than have enough wood. And so we can just finish this off shortly. Let's see. Oh, and the forager hut actually has a little bit of wood in it too. That's fine. Yeah, I think these apple trees are just enough to keep my entire population fed. At least for the moment. Eventually, maybe not so much so. Let's see, is there anything else to immediately do at the moment? Nope, not really. Alright. Recycle this sucker. Add some builders. Add some people working the sawmill. And now we can just kind of rest, relax, and wait for it to finish off. I like this. It's very much a cozy settlement builder. But mainly, I really dig this visual style. Lineless, low poly is such a good vibe. The problem is most games just use bought assets for low poly, so it looks really cheap at this point. But I've seen at least a couple in recent memory that very much are trying to use this style to make something that looks like legitimately nice and unique. And I think it's such a powerful choice. it's such a powerful visual style that I'm always a little bit shocked that not enough people actually do that. More often, I don't know. I see all sorts of like attempts at gritty realism or just realism in games, especially indie games. And the problem is, like, no matter what, you're stuck in either bad uncanny valley. What are you doing, Fjorda? I have no idea. But yeah, I was right. Now that we actually have... Oh, I think maybe an adult passed on? Yeah, having those extra spaces means we can get some more people. Not that it really matters, but I'm still going to preemptively build like 2 more houses. If I have to do some lumberjacking, so be it. But at some point, these kids are going to grow up, and that's going to be a problem. I just have no idea what happens when a family decides to keep breeding. Like, do they just eat their babies? Or is there a certain point where an adult just sleeps outside because they want their own place? I actually have no idea. I swear I've seen this before in a settlement or a colony builder, where somebody's house was full, and instead of, like, not having more kids, the kid just came out homeless, and it was just like, this is a concern. And how are we looking on this one? 5 more? Oh yeah, we're good. Right, I was gonna finish talking about the whole DLC thing. Not that any of it really matters. Oh, yeah, we've got way more space. Hey, the ship's being built. So the DLC packs are $5 a piece and seem to just kind of include new kind of sub-story. You know, each of these is 6 chapters long with their own kind of, like, tale to be told within the mechanics. And maybe some extra stuff, I don't really know. Oh, that's a baby. I thought that was a baby's soul flying into the air, and I was just like, are people dying? And the answer is no. That's just the baby icon. It just looks like a baby's soul flying away, and that's a little dark, no matter how you cut it. I kinda hope they fix that, because that's... I cannot unsee it now. That doesn't matter that much. Okay. I'm gonna turn down the sound effects, but not too much. This is actually one of the first games I've ever played where I like the sound effects. They're just a little louder than the super atmospheric music. I want them to be about the same level. Alright. Finish level. Look at these happy Vikings. Off to go raid Wales, probably. Or maybe they are in Wales already? I have no idea. What do the Vikings raid? I don't know. Where were the Vikings based and where did they raid? I'd probably have to play, like, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Or, you know, read a history book. Have at least 20 followers and 90% happiness, 3 farms, and 50 tomatoes in stock. And we now have the farm, the nice house, the tomato field. Alright, so let's take a look. So once again, the roads are already kind of scuffed and we do not have much of anything. So let's take a look. Redo these roads because they offend me greatly. Okay, so we have, oh gosh, well, we got Modest House, and Gerald's house. We've also got a bigger area. So first and foremost, we do need some space for fields. Well, are these apples or oranges? I guess it doesn't really matter. Forager hut or a farm. So I'm gonna put a forager hut here. Because fruit trees are good eats. And pretty consistent, too. And so we should probably try and line all of this up. There we go. Well, let's give them a stockpile, too. So they have ways to, places to put things. So next up, farm. Farms are kind of big. Well, I think the first things first is what we should do. Let's see, 6 hours to build, 12 hours to build. How much is this going to cost? 3. So we have just enough to build a lumberjack's cabin and one of these. I think what I want to do Not enough free space to build. I think what I want to do is get rid of all of the immediate trees in town. This entire area is probably going to become my farmland. I'm going to prioritize this, though. The sooner we can actually gather food, the better. Oh, do we have new music for the area that we're in? Also, Earl looks hilarious. Where's that Earl? Who's our mayor? Gerald. Home not only to Gerald, but his precious loot, Thunder, who broke in an unfortunate karaoke accident. I would like to collect a number of musical instruments over the course of my life and try and learn at least a number of them. I don't think I want to go, like, way out of my way for it, but I'd like to some degree. Okay, let's put a bunch of people on building. I apparently only had one builder, and we are going to run out of food really fast. Oh, that's a little rough. I think my people just get unhappy if they're low on food. They might starve eventually, but I don't think we'll have too many problems. Okay. Go and grab. I think these are orange trees. I'm running out of food. Yeah, no kidding. Well, hopefully this will just give us a decent supply. Maybe. My entire population starves day 2. Uh-oh. Could happen. It's unlikely to, but you never know. Okay, do we actually want to try and get a tomato field? Or not a tomato field. Do we want to try and get a farm down? No, it needs planks. So that ain't happening even if I wanted to. So I'll get the sawmill right front and center. And, nope, that's a road. We'll give it a stockpile. Okay, we already immediately have some food. So I'm actually gonna nix 2 workers, because we need at least some lumberjacks. I'm also not sure if we really need this many foragers, as we are going to run out of things pretty quick. Yeah, I think what we are going to need... I'll pause this one. We're going to need that food, but I think we're going to need another forager's hut. Okay. I'm going to prioritize this, just so they can hopefully finish it off. Obviously, the lumberjacks and the foragers are going to be kind of at odds. I kind of wish I could actually change where these people are focused. Okay, so I'm going to pull one person off on that. I guess what I can actually do, I'm going to pull this one off. We're going to just try and grab as many mushrooms as we can out of that area. We'll figure it out. Also, we have just enough housing for our people, but we can do a little bit better momentarily. I just want to solve my food problems. Once we have our first farm, we won't have any issues. So I'm going to do a lumberjack base here. Because that doesn't cost anything, and I can potentially get rid of these. Because I think... Farm. Yeah, so we can actually squeeze a farm in right here, once these trees are gone. Let's pull those off. Oh, we have plenty of wood already. Wow, these people work insanely fast. And I've got 41 days to do this. Okay, is there anything else for me to do? Nope, mostly just kind of waiting. How's our food situation? Could be better, could be worse. Let's pull this guy off. We've got enough wood, at least for a while. Because what we might want to do is a bunch of targeted lumberjack spots. Maybe. Okay, and this is come back. So I think we need at least one person there. And considering I'm not going to be using anything on this side of the road, and my builders don't have anything better to do, I'm just going to make a huge stockpile right here. Is that actually at all wise? No, this is kind of overkill. Let's do this. There we go. Okay, so our food's looking a little better. I can probably put another person over here. Because we're also going to need some houses. Oh, right. I need to unpause the sawmill. Okay. Recycle this. Let's see. Do we build another? Because there's some things to forage there, but it's not much. I'm gonna wait for that. I'm still running out of food. Why am I having so many food issues in comparison? Maybe the last region was just much more forgiving. Okay. Do we get a farm here? Yeah, I don't see why not. Okay. And I guess some of the children actually do get yote and just become homeless. Alright, let's add another worker to this. Food situation is not looking terrible. It's not great. But if I can get this farm down at some point, I think we'll be okay. I think part of my problem is my builders are distractible. Okay, so I'm gonna take one of these people off building so they can work on the sawmill. And food's up to 30. Alright, I think we're good. And again, once we get the farming down, then we don't need any of the, we don't need the foraging anymore. I'm still gonna try and get as much as I possibly can here. But that'll be fine. Yeah, I'm gonna get a couple modest houses here just because some of my people are gonna live on this side and we might as well actually get them kind of close. Okay, well, followers unemployed, might as well make them, one of those for the time being. So I'm gonna dish this down to 1. How are we doing on this? Those people are, they're going. Yeah, this thing's routinely gonna run out of resources. It's not quite as good as the apple trees were. Those apple trees were endless. And probably on purpose. So do we want to get a forager's hut down here? I could, but probably not. The sooner we get this farm going, the sooner we can work on some other things. Actually, speaking of, stockpile farm, tomato field. Yeah, let's just get that down. I'll probably do another field here. And kind of surround them, maybe get a road around, maybe not. Because I don't even know how many fields a farm can even manage simultaneously. Because yeah, what I should have done was maybe rotated this around. Here's the other question. Nice house. Oh, nice house can fit even more people. We'll work on that once we have more planks. Okay. So we've got 33 food. I'm gonna put them here. And we're out of lumber. Yeah, so let's start clear-cutting some of these things. At some point, I'll have to move away from the forager hut. Actually, speaking of foraging huts, let's see. Second farm is a go. There we go. So that'll get us way more wood. We can start chopping that into lumber. We're going to have a bunch of things. Roads increase your walking speed. Prefer to walk on roads than on uneven terrain. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I got plenty of planks. Decent chunks of wood. And food's looking good. I don't know how fast tomatoes grow. Let's take a look at stats. Food. Well, my people are well fed. Housing and demographics are happy, and most of them are employed. And it's a very even mix of adults. I really like those gender symbols. They're very, I mean, it's not too far off of normal, but you don't need the pointy bits or the cross beams. You just need the angle. It's clean. This game does minimalism incredibly well. In all aspects. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. Okay, next order of business. We should probably also consider making better houses. Maybe another farm. No, ain't gonna fit. Because I'm gonna need 3 farms no matter what. I'll wait until this is done. Scale that up. And I've still got plenty of space, so I don't think we need to worry too much. I don't think a nice house actually changes anything. It's just more efficient. Wow, they had those babies in the farm field. Both of them. Babies are weird, man. Humans are weird, man. If I actually felt motivated, I'd probably rip this up and put 2 farms kind of on the central island next to each other. But it's fine. I mean, we could probably get another. The question is, do I want to get another tomato field? I didn't even know how fast these work. Okay, 3 farms, 50 tomatoes in stock. Okay, and we have 90% of the people that we need. Let's take a look. What else? Where else can I fit people? Because we've got a spot here. Oh. Because I can always just sneak these nice houses in odd spots. Because this will give me 3 different ones. Yeah, that'll do the trick. What's the other tip that we've got? Okay. Yeah, while your food is growing, make sure to keep foraging. Okay, why don't we actually get some more tomato fields? Let's max this place out. Yeah, I'm in fact running out of food. Uh-oh. Where are my people? And what are they doing? I think the real answer is we just have an absurd number of children. Okay, let's remove the workers. Add some more foraging. 3 babies were born. Oh gosh, these people are breeding to fill space. At this point, we have almost as many babies as we do adults. That is a legitimate concern. I'm running out of food. Yeah, no kidding. I just, please. Please, people. No more. Too many babby. Actually, you know what? No. I don't know. I'm just crossing my fingers that some of these kiddos actually become less kiddo. Grow up, you absolute layabouts. Dang kids. The problem is, like, I don't want to make jokes about that. Oh, I didn't even notice that we were hemmed in by, like, cliffs here. What a cozy little area. On one hand, like, I recognize in modern society living in a small valley like this would actually be really stifling. But on the flip side, like, it seems like it would be really nice to just be in this, like, cozy little valley where you can kind of see the, cliff sides all around you, and you've got kind of this lovely river going through, and kind of a lake waterway with the cliffs in it. I don't know. I think it would be quite nice. Okay. What are my farmers up to? Oh, I need workers for these fields. I didn't quite appreciate that. Yeah, the problem is, I need more farmers. But apparently you need builders to build the farm field. I don't know, I feel like both farmers and builders should be able to make the fields. It's a little weird that it's the builders that have to plow. I mean, I guess kind of makes sense. Oh, I don't even know when those kidlets are actually going to even pop. Pop isn't not the right word, but when they're going to become not kids, so I can actually reliably have a workforce as opposed to a bunch of children, a bunch of hungry children. Well, I guess for the time being, until these fields are cleared out, let's just do that. What we might end up wanting to do is end up wanting to do is specifically have one group of 4 farmers that I just apply to both of these locations in a cycle. Because there's no reason why they have to stay on this one while stuff grows. Because I'm not going to do anything with it. Okay. Stats. I wish I knew how 42 beds available. Another baby was born. If this isn't a microcosm of overpopulation, then I don't know what it is. Oh, man. A follower is hungry. Yeah, no kidding. I don't necessarily know pity on this. Oh, good. We actually have some tomatoes. And I know tomatoes are worth a lot of food. How many days did that take to grow? It says it'll grow over time. So, yeah, nothing. But still, that solves my food issue, at least in the short term. Long term, I don't know. Big question marks. Let's see. 2 followers are hungry. Eat your tomatoes, you yuts. Let's see. But yeah, I think we're just... Oh, I've got 4 builders. Again, as soon as those children become actual adults, we will have far less problems than we currently are. Yeah, 2 hours to make each field. I guess I should turn this off. Because we could use more people on other things. And our food situation isn't looking super dire. Okay, I don't think we have any more builders. I'm actually going to get rid of these people and put them on farming for the time being. We'll reallocate later, but there's nothing I want to build at the moment. And once my food situation is looking less bad, then we'll move on and over to, we'll get rid of this, we'll turn this back on, and we'll get our next farm down. Oh, good. Here comes the cavalry. Because otherwise we're going to run into problems. Of course, because of my housing situation, I've got a lot of space for more Babby. There's like only one person living in some of these, and 4 at that one. Oh yeah, look at our food now. Oh, we're good. Of course, still got to work it up a little bit more. But I can probably dip this back down. Same thing with this one. Okay, followers are unemployed. So do we want to get another farm here? Yeah, I think so. Let's turn this back on. We want to get rid of these trees specifically. Because if I can get rid of the 2 trees, we can get another farm right in this area. And squeeze it in, and then that'll fit our requirements. We only have 21 days left, but the only requirement we need is straight up just need one more farm. I'm gonna build another one of, or that's a road. Another couple of stockpiles. We don't actually have any builders at the moment, but I'll be cycling that up very momentarily. Not enough free space to build? It's because there's this in the way. What is this? Oh, it's just logs. Somebody's lazy. And the farms take a long time to replant. I got 4 farmers and it takes a while for these fields to get filled out. I mean, I guess they're doing it by hand. I'm not even seeing like plows or anything, so I guess I shouldn't really expect too much from these people. Okay. Guess I should get the road up before I corner myself here. There we go. And yeah, let's get a stockpile in front. And then stockpile on the other side of the road. Not that it's much of a limitation, but still. Okay, is there anything else that we grab? Yeah, why don't we pull these off? I don't think we're going to need them anymore. Because at this point, all we need to do is prioritize this singular farm and we win. Okay. I think we only need 2 farmers at the time being. We'll turn on the builders. I might as well scale up. I could sit around and finish some more things off, but eh. So, I think why don't we finish this chapter up? And then I will take a look at the sandbox mode. Admittedly, the campaign mode I think is maybe a little too basic for me. I think it's fine. But having to start over every time and kind of rebuild is slightly a little too slow for me. I think if I wasn't doing YouTube content, I wouldn't mind. But from like a personal perspective, I don't know. Well, okay, so from a content creation standpoint, it's a little repetitive. Okay, so what are we missing? We gotta wait for a harvest. These crops are on the farm. Builders will build them once they're done with... Yep. That's expected. Yeah, we had 50 tomatoes, but we're kind of between harvests at the moment. I'll let these guys finish what they're doing, and then we're just going to switch everybody to pure agriculture. Let's see. But yeah, so if I was playing on sandbox mode, I'd actually have access to every bit of tech. And so I'd still have to be building these fields so I can feed myself, but I'd actually be building a farm. Or not a farm, I'd be building a, like, fully self-sufficient settlement beyond just, you know, this task to build the farms. I like it. I wish there was a little bit more story between. You know, if the characters just had said, like, a thing like, yes, we've settled here. And, you know, it's a great agrarian society, but then this might happen. You know, maybe give the players, like, a decision or two that might lightly affect how things go. I'm just gonna increase the slots, because yeah, we need builders. At some point I'm gonna have to move this, but otherwise this will get done very shortly. And then we just have to wait for the tomatoes to roll in eventually. I mean, once that other field pops, and it looks like it's gonna pop within the next day or two, yeah, we'll have all of our tomatoes. I don't actually know what these 2 meters here are. Because it's a black meter and a yellow meter. I don't think it's like a day-night cycle thing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure somebody's noticed and figured it out already. I don't really care one way or another. Like, it doesn't really affect me. Hey, the absolute legion of children is starting to become adults. This is gonna get easier. Like, as silly as it is, I'd almost say the way to make the campaign mode more compelling to me as a content creator is to have, like, a little perk every, like, 5 days. I know this is 100% pulled out of, Against the Storm, but, like, what if one of the perks was like, yeah, you just plow faster. They still look like baby ghosts just flying into the sky. You know, your people run faster. They carry an extra log. The sawmill is 1 log to two planks instead. I'm sure it'd break the balance of the game in some way, shape, or form. But from my perspective, just those little bits go such a long way at making content creation for these games way more compelling. Like, if any of you are watching this video considering making a town builder, think of interesting ways to give me meaningful choices beyond just putting things down and trying to say, like, okay, yeah, do I want to get a tomato field, or do I want to just put a bunch of foragers along the back here? Because, like, I could do that, but that's just okay. Actually, speaking of food, I think we're going to need some foragers' huts. I mean, our tomatoes should be popping shortly. But even then. Okay, let's move this here. I wish I could have put a bridge over this as well. I got 3 people that are unemployed. My farms are good. Oh, okay, and the food's coming in. I think we'll get our 28 tomatoes pretty soon. Or not our 28 tomatoes, our 50 tomatoes pretty soon. This is about to go too. Oh, and this is actually considered one giant field. It makes sense. There we go. Let's see, 20 followers, 90%, finish level. I like the little cutscenes at the end. Like, every single shiny happy people and birthday boy. Birthday boy? Hey, my birthday. Oh well. Let's see, go to main menu. Okay, so we've taken a look at the campaign mode. So, if I go back to classics, yeah, red ripe birthday, oh, of course. So what's this one require? 35 days, 50 followers, 40 stones to repair the leader's house. Okay. So yeah, I guess we have kind of general lore for each of these zones. And then 6 classic levels to unlock Chronicles. So it actually does seem like there's a fair bit of content in this game, DLC aside. Mostly it's just sandbox levels, but with micro objectives. So I loaded this town, or I made this town at the beginning of the video just to see if I'd actually, you know, wanted to make a video on it. And it seemed charming enough that the answer was yes. I I'm just going to load into this. We're not actually going to build this town. I kind of wish I had actually just worked on this instead, rather than the campaign, but it was kind of neat looking at the campaign. I just want to take a look at the tech in the game. There might be some more. I'm seeing a tree here that we don't have, but that might just be decoration. So we got lumberjack, quarry, sawmill, builder's house, yep, tree nursery. So we can actually plant trees for lumber, food, or decoration. And then a paper mill to turn wood into paper. Food-wise, there's a lot. Forager farm, windmill, turning wheat into flour, a bakery, flour into bread, fishing, casa de pasta, serves whole wheat pasta with eggplants and tomato sauce. Ooh, salad shack. So different restaurants, pumpkin pie hut, takeout stew, fish and chips, and a smoothie stand. Boy, these people live in the lap of luxury. So we also have tomato, lettuce, eggplant, corn. So we get a lot of corn for it, but it doesn't feed that well. Whereas pumpkin feeds really well, but does not get you a whole lot. Wheat, sugarcane, bean and potato fields. Nothing there. And then we also have decorations, yeah, which improves the happiness meter. So bonfires, candy mill. So that gets us both, I don't know what the butterfly is, and beauty. Oh, no, butterfly is beauty. Maybe balloon is entertainment? Probably. So yeah, looks like there's a lot of different things to build. I don't think this is going to be as deep, nearly as deep, as most other settlement builders out there. Or maybe not most other settlement builders, but, you know, some of the high-end ones. But on the flip side, like, it does seem really charming, and I really like the low poly aesthetic. This is the kind of game that, like, if there was a... Oh, gosh. I would love to play Outlanders 2 that largely plays the same, but gives me the option as a, like, the player to actually play it in first person. I'm actually kind of shocked that I haven't seen a single settlement builder. No, I think I've maybe heard of one or two. But there are very few of these settlement builders where, yeah, you're building the settlement up. But I want to play one in first person. Like, same mechanics. I just want to be able to run around as Earl. You know, giving orders, selecting areas to build things, and then grabbing an axe and chopping down a tree too. You know, so if we need to go harvest a bunch of mushrooms, then I go and be a hero and chop down a heck ton of mushrooms. I don't know, I think it would just be kind of fun and give me a lot more things to do along the way. But with all of that said, oh yeah, there's also a filter for tactical. Oh, highlights buildings and workers, a micromanager's delight. I see. So when they say tactical, oh, there's also chill for screenshots. Ain't that pleasant? I don't think there's like a photo mode, unfortunately. I guess the one thing I should do, considering I have a lot of resources. Oh yeah, we also have fancy houses. Let's see. Only has 4 people though, but whatever. I'm just gonna build a couple fancy houses just for the sake of a little bit of something. Where's this? That's the builder's house. Oh, did they absolutely scuff the roads here? I think they did. That's the entrance to the builder's house. Oops. Why don't we actually... I'm just going to get a couple of things down. Only because I would like to take a screenshot of this town for a YouTube thumbnail. Because why not, right? Okay. Add some more workers. I'm just gonna very quickly get a whole thing built. Those are not food. What is this? These are just birch. Yeah, I'm not seeing any fruit trees here. Oh, this is also a really small island. Which is, you know, kind of a limitation in and of itself. Like, where do you put anything? I guess I just put this one here. And kind of get this set up. There we go. But yeah, I don't know. I will forever be very, very appreciative of low poly aesthetics just because it looks nice. It looks really nice. And I think more games should actually consider art styles like this. Not necessarily because it's that much easier, but it's such an easy way to have a clean aesthetic without too much effort and fidelity. And probably saves you a heck ton of performance optimization. It might just be me, but it's still one of those that, like, I really wish more games would actually consider this kind of art style. Wish I had made a bigger island. This one's going to be kind of tough. Anyway, let's see. Normal game view, chill. I unfortunately don't think it's... I don't think this is going to get finished as fast as I'd like it to. No. I can just prioritize it. They'll get it done. I think they build things in order that I asked for them. And so that's going to take a little bit of time. Well, whatever. You guys don't need to be here while I make the YouTube thumbnail. So, with all of that said, Outlanders is available on Steam now for 15 bucks. It's a little light on depth, but it makes up for it in a decent amount of content and just cozy vibes. So if you're a settlement town builder fiend and you want to play something very familiar but also slightly different, then give this one a try. And if you do really like the campaign modes, then maybe take a look at the DLCs. I don't know. I'm still 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I'm of mixed minds on whether or not, like, launch day DLCs are super okay. But on the flip side, they're $5 a piece, and they don't really add anything new that isn't already in the game anyway. So it's kind of just a optional if you want to play more of the game, without actually providing too much beyond that. Question mark. I don't know. You guys can decide. But, with that said, if you guys like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps them more than you know, and if you want to see more rad new indie games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I've got tons to check out and show off. But with that, thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.